Thinking about getting MTN Fiber or just wondering if it's worth it? Today I'm breaking down the entire MTN Wakanet Fiber installation process, from setup to speed, cost, and whether it truly delivers reliable internet. Let's get started. Before we look at the details, some people might be wondering, what exactly is fiber internet? In simple terms, fiber internet uses tiny glass cables to send data as light signals, making it much faster and more reliable than regular broadband. Unlike Wi-Fi or mobile data, it doesn't slow down due to distance or bad weather, ensuring stable and super fast connection for your home or workplace. Now, when you contact MTN for fiber installation, they first check if your area is covered. This means verifying if there are underground fiber cables or fiber poles near your home or business. If your location qualifies and payment is done, technicians will come over to install it. Keep watching, we'll discuss the installation costs in a bit. Now, as you can see, the technicians bring a drop cable from the nearest pole to your home. By the way, I really respect these guys. There is no way you'll catch me climbing that high.
That is a miracle.
Anyway, this drop cable contains tiny fiberglass strands that carry internet signals. A quick heads up, some nailing or drilling may be required. So if you're renting, make sure your landlord or whoever is in charge is okay with that. One thing I can say, these guys did a really clean job. The cable was neatly installed and everything looked well and organized. Once the cable reaches inside your house or premise, it connects to a small box called the termination box. In simple terms, this box connects, organizes, and protects the fragile optic fiber cables. From the termination box, a thin cable connects to the router. This is what actually gives you internet. This router, made by Huawei model 8G8145V5, does something important. It converts the light signals from the fiber cable into electrical signals that your devices can use to access internet. One thing to note, while the technicians are installing, make sure the router is placed in a central open spot for better Wi-Fi coverage, especially if you have a large home. For my installation, it took 2 days from payment to having internet fully up and running. So let's briefly look at the router that MTN gives you. This router is what distributes internet to your home. Let's go over some main features. We have some ports at the back. Power port, this powers your router. USB port, this can be used for connecting a printer or storage devices like a flash or a hard drive. Then we have a telephone port which can be used for connecting landline phones. Then we have 4 Ethernet ports. These are for faster wired stable connections. So useful for TVs, laptops, desktops, and gaming consoles. Then we have some buttons on the side. We have a WPS button, which is used to connect devices without using a password. Then we have a WLAN button, which is used to turn Wi-Fi on or off. Are you finding value from this video so far? Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Now, this is a Wi-Fi 5 router and it is dual band, which means it gives out 2 types of Wi-Fi signals. That's to say 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. The 2.4 GHz covers a larger area but is slow. The 5 GHz has faster speeds but doesn't reach as far. I actually made a detailed video explaining the 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi's. I'll link it below. But briefly, use the 2.4 GHz if you need better coverage. For example, over long distances or between walls. Then use the 5 GHz if you want faster speeds and lower congestions. This will be good for gaming or streaming, but make sure you are closer to the router since it doesn't go further. This router connects up to 64 devices. Personally, I've been able to connect 20 to 22 devices. This is with smart appliances inclusive like cameras and bulbs, and it has worked perfectly well with the plan I bought. Now let's look at the MTN pricing. As of the time of making this video, MTN offers 4 fiber packages: 60 Mbps at 130k, 100 Mbps at 195k, 200 Mbps at 295k, and 500 megabits at 595k. All these plans are unlimited with no data caps. For this video, we'll test the 60 Mbps plan and see how it performs. Let's run a speed test on the 60 Mbps plan. As you can see, the speed even goes beyond the advertised 60 Mbps. Some people may argue that local speed tests in Uganda don't reflect real internet speeds, since most of the websites we use are hosted outside the country. So let's test speeds using different international servers. One, we shall begin with Cape Town in South Africa. As we see, we are still hitting above 60 Mbps. Let's try another location. Let's do Dubai, UAE. As we see, we start out slow, but we are still delivering above 60 Mbps. Alright, now let's look in another area still. London, UK. No issues, upload and download speeds are still solid. Okay, finally, let's look at United States. We are still getting great speeds. And mind you, these speeds were done via Wi-Fi, and we are still getting great speeds. If you are connected via Ethernet, speeds will be even better. From my experience, even during peak times, evening, weekends, speeds remain stable. I maintain my 60 or above. Streaming 4K videos runs smoothly. Streaming 1080 HD or 4K videos on YouTube or Netflix runs smoothly with zero lag. And then, one pro tip, if you want faster speeds, always use a wired connection. Say for your TV or gaming consoles or laptops or desktops, use a cable instead of Wi-Fi. You'll get way faster speeds than Wi-Fi. Alright, now let's look at installation costs. Currently, MTN Fiber installation is free. You just need to purchase any of the internet plans and they will handle the setup at no extra cost. Now let's look at my final verdict on MTN Fiber. Let's first begin with the pros. One is it's fast and reliable. Speeds are delivered as promised. Just like you saw the 60 Mbps I got, we were always getting 60 or even above 60. Two, we have stability. Weather doesn't affect fiber, just like you may have interferences when it rains with mobile data or normal 5G or 4G routers. With this one, it's really stable. It doesn't matter what weather. Then three, 99% uptime. In my experience, I only had 2 short outages in 1 month. One happened for about 3 minutes and then the other was maybe roughly 10 minutes and it was around 2 a.m. So probably maintenance was being done. But otherwise, the internet is amazing. Now let's look at the cons. One, it's not portable. Unlike MiFi's or 4G routers, this is fixed in one place. So you won't be able to move around with it when you're traveling and leaving the place. So it's fixed in one place. Two, we have no battery backup. If power goes out, so does your internet. So in case of people who have been having MiFi's or 5G routers, wireless routers, 4G that have been having backup power banks, with this one, you don't have any. I think that's one thing MTN should work on. I think power banks can be made for this. Alright, so should you get MTN Fiber? On my side, yes. If you have a large family, if you work from home, if you game or stream a lot, and if you really need unlimited and stable internet, then MTN Wakanet Fiber is worth it. If this video was helpful, hit like and subscribe. I'll be making follow-up videos on my experiences with this internet and doing comparisons. Here's another video you can check out. See you there.